God damn.
Hello, chicken nugget.
Hello, it's me.
Hello.
Hello.
All week long.
Gavel is banged. Is that proper English? We don't need that. It's just court.
Bang it all you want, Creed. Good to see everybody. We got a case going across this beautiful land of ours, checking out criminals and people who think they are lawyers. I would like to go ahead and take a second to say I spent all day fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
All day fighting YouTube all day long. And as of 5 minutes ago, the main channel is back being monetized. They said they were wrong. I won. I stood there and fought for 3 hours yesterday.
Wow.
And I won.
Look at you. Lawyer Mike. Jesus Christ. How did you do that?
I just didn't give up. I didn't give up.
I mean, I give you a lot of credit because, I mean, we were right. We knew we were right.
After I spent 2 hours talking to a guy who talked in circles, I took to Twitter and went to them, telling them once again, how can you say I'm working with the same content over here now as we were a year and a half ago when we got monetized, and you're going to tell me we've changed? No, it's the exact same thing. Look at it. And when they did, they were wrong.
Well, that's a great big hallelujah.
We needed that. That's a win. And I will thank the 68 people who have already subscribed over to We Gotta Chase. I'm out of breath. I ran around outside. I yelled out the front door.
I don't blame you. That's a huge deal.
That's a massive okay for what we're doing. The only downside, the absolute only downside, is now I have to go back through and remonetize every single video.
Oh my God. Well,
I've got to turn monetization on every single video. So I appreciate everybody standing by us. I really, really want you guys to know it meant a lot because we knew we were right. We knew that this was not just at all because we kept it exactly as they said in the guidelines.
Exactly. But many of them, by the way, it's not just like one guideline.
Yeah.
Many of them.
And if you're going to for a billion things on there. Yeah.
You know what? I always say it's very close to, kind of shit with eBay, dealing with their very broad gray area terms of service so that they can basically, just like whoever just said it, same thing. You get one person in there that maybe just don't like you right off the bat, which is very, very possible, very easy, very quick. That's absolutely great news.
I could cry. I'm not gonna lie. It's a huge win for us. It validates everything I said in that video about how we were unmonetized. I will now make a video, Creed, about how we got back monetized.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a lot of channels that are being railroaded exactly like we were, and they need to fight and not quit.
That's true. Yeah, I'm absolutely shocked because number one, they usually don't admit anything that's wrong, and secondly, I guess I felt one of the things that I hate is that it was almost like they were trying to make us to not do our own thing and not be who we are. They want us the same with, every single thing like this. I just do the same shit that everybody else does and, continue on it. I absolutely hate that.
By the way, this is a legal type show right now. This is what's going on. When I'd sent the appeal and they come back, it said, "Thanks for taking part in our video appeals pilot program. Our team carefully reviewed your appeal video and your channel, but we were not able to reaccept you into the partner program at this time." And then when they had to eat a big pile of crap, and like I said, literally 5 minutes, I was just waiting for Creed to come on. Congratulations, your YouTube channel, Creedence Bishop Show, has been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program, and you're now able to monetize on YouTube. Oh, what a couple of days. Oh, what a professional do.
That's a lot of work, and that's awesome. It's good.
So we're going to get off of that.
Yes.
We're on a high.
Yes.
Daddy feels good.
It sounded good.
Whew. So,
all
yeah,
right.
Back to cases.
Yeah, let's do we got a case. Appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, sorry I missed yesterday. But back at it. Guess this is awesome. You got something you want?
Yeah, we're going to jump to Amarillo here in a second with Judge Hamilton, but good to see Jimmy Walker doing well. He looks good. I mean, JJ from Good Times up there, Michael Thomas,
little foggy there,
doing those great commercials for old folks insurance, I believe it is, or diabetes medicine. I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah, we got Amarillo. We're going to jump over here. We got some beautiful folks ready to talk, and let's let them do some talking.
Morning, man. Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Young. You have a public intoxication from last night. Now, I noticed you do not live here in Amarillo. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you working here temporarily, or what was going on?
I'm on vacation, road trip.
Oh, he's on vacation, road tripping.
I'm on a road trip, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, you've received that public intoxication charge last night. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty, no contest, or guilty?
No contest, Your Honor.
Road
So
trips
if you
and
plead no
alcohol.
contest, I will find you guilty, assess a $484 fine and court costs, give you 1 day jail credit. Your balance will be $334. Is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release you to a.
By the way, a lot of people say she's giving out different amounts and stuff. They give you $150 credit for every day you spend in the jail. So if he owed 400 and some dollars, yes, that's it. Him and Joe Namath on Hard Times. Yeah, road tripping to Amarillo. She even thought that was weird, Creed. She's like, "Are you here to see the landfill, or what are you visiting?"
Right.
Sound like you might be going to Mexico to pick up something you shouldn't.
Appear here by 2 p.m. tomorrow. Sir, if you can pay the $334, you're welcome to do that. You will not have to come to court. If you don't pay the $334, and if you don't come to court, we'll issue a warrant for your arrest. Okay?
All right, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, see the deputy before you leave the room. Good luck. Eric Wall.
He had his head in his hands. He was already beaten. A beaten man coming up here.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wall, previously on February 15th, 2020,
There.
you received a citation for operating a vehicle with expired plate, no insurance, and failure to report a change of address.
Shame.
You pled guilty to that on those offenses on July 28th of 2020. Then on March 8th of 2020, you got another ticket for no insurance. You pled guilty to that on July 28th of 2020. On January 29th of 2020, you had received a citation for failure to maintain financial responsibility. You pled guilty to that on July 28th of 2020. The court at that point set up a community service for you to allow you to resolve your cases through community service. You failed to do that. So where do you work now?
Uh-oh.
I'm unemployed, Your Honor.
Why?
Unemployed, Your Honor.
Why?
Okay, if
Unemployed
you've
girl.
never seen Judge Hamilton, we've seen her before. she will dig into your business. If you tell her you don't have a job, she wants to know why. If you've lost a job, she wants to know why.
Which is
She's
good
gonna-
because we've
Yeah.
said so many times, like, I wish that they would, some of them that would dig into it a little bit more, because it's like, some of the great answers, they just leave
Yeah.
it be.
I mean, they're at the point now, it's like, go ahead and just tell her you're on drugs and you can't go and you're too
Oh,
lazy. Mary, she's not. But this guy, Judge Hamilton's not playing.
I just haven't been able to get a job.
Where do you live?
1303 South Beverly Drive.
Who you
With
live
whom
with?
do you reside?
My mother.
My mother lives with me.
Okay. And how old are you?
Surprise.
I'm 26.
What's your previous employment?
I worked at
Well,
Handlebar and Grill.
What bar?
Handlebar and Grill.
Okay, when did you work there?
I went there in the morning to drink. It's the
like
same thing.
2020 or 2019,
yeah, hanging out at the bar
2020,
drinking does
Why
not
have you not worked
equate
since
work.
then, sir?
I did dishes one time.
Hey, let me sweep the floor.
Real rough
I
20s.
lost my ID and it's just been hard to get a job since.
Well,
An
you can
ID?
go back to DPS and get a new ID.
I know. I just haven't had a rider.
Don't
Jeez.
Where does your mother work?
love it.
She's a dental hygienist.
She's
Oh,
a
she's
dental
got-
hygienist.
She got money. She's doing all right.
So is she supporting you? I guess you're living with her, right?
Good
Kinda.
guess.
That's just really like my address. I kind of don't really have a place to reside.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on probation?
No, ma'am. No,
Do you have
Your
any other charges pending?
Honor. No, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. Kind of living with his mom. Just kinda. The dental hygienist.
What area of town is South Beverly in?
It's
South
over
of
there
Beverly.
by Plains and
So like Avondale?
yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why were you riding your bike last night about 9:15?
I'll
the
go
fun of the car.
eat some food.
I'll go with the H because he's a
You
little
were headed to
slow
your
and
mom's
a little
house?
dope sick sounding.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
Oh, ride the bike, go get some food, drive through.
I guess I just don't understand why you haven't had any employment.
I mean, I do like odd jobs for friends and stuff, like mow the lawn, like do their dishes or vacuum or
Hey, I just want you to see this hair here real quick of Anthony. I've been staring at it here for a minute or so, and this is just it's so disgusting. I think he's in like a U-Haul or a Penske rental truck. And
It's like 3 phases of hair.
oh my God. And Allison, she's an
What
alien,
is-
I think.
What is that in his hair?
I
Was
don't
that
know.
his fingers?
I think that's
Like
just
I
a
saw
lot of-
something pink.
Ugh. So gross. Sorry. We can
And
go-
is that attorney outside of a camper? No, that's just a picture. Okay. I'm just checking.
we can go back. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
That's
I
what
wanted you to see that
I
hair.
do to make money to get by.
He does all the work a child would do.
Mr. Wald, don't you want to have a little bit more? Do a little bit more?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
just, I don't know, it's been tough for me. I can't, well, I don't know.
You what?
It's
Huh?
been
What?
tough for me, Your Honor. I really don't know what to say.
She's trying to talk to you the way your mom probably needs to talk to you. Son, don't you want more than a bicycle and fast food? You're cutting grass like a 10-year-old for money? Go ask Miss Anderson if she can trim her bush.
I'm telling you, he was there drinking and he helped out with stocking some bottles.
took
I'm
the
going to
trash
find that
out
you are
one time.
indigent, but you failed to make a good faith effort to resolve your fines and court costs. You could have discharged your fines and court costs without experiencing any undue hardship. I am going to commit you to the custody of the Chief of Police of City of Amarillo or his
Uh-oh.
designee until your fines and costs are paid in full. And I will give you $150 jail credit for each 24-hour period spent under the custody of the chief of police of City of Amarillo or his designee.
She doesn't play.
So your balance is $15.92. That'll be about 11 more days. Good luck. You can go back to your pod.
11 more days, bud, and you pay that off.
God bless. I think that it's better for him to stay in.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's better off.
He's his poor mama ain't coming up with 1,500 bones for his
Viegas.
black ass.
How about this $1 million courtrum? No wood panel.
Hey, Mr. Viegas, how are you today?
Corner shot.
Good. Boy, it's really hard to hear you. Let me see if I can turn my speaker up any. I'm going to turn it up a smidge. Maybe that'll help. It's at 100%. So are you bench warranted back or what was going on?
Old friends?
Released. I done my time.
Oh, and then they found out that you had a Randall County hold
No, I guess.
on your motion to proceed.
I don't understand.
Well, maybe you
don't-
can get that straightened out. We're
I
just
don't
here on your
understand.
driving with an invalid license
I don't
back from
understand.
July 3rd of 2021. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. What do you want to do?
Listen, man.
Okay, your time served on that, okay? Thanks, Mr. Vegas. You have a good day.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a frequent flyer. I'm going to go out on
Oh,
a
that was
limb
just
and say-
capious, Stacy. So
He's
he's
been
already
around a few
time
times.
served. How do you like that?
And she likes him, I think.
I could have taken
Yeah,
care of that
very
without him
nice.
coming up.
Thank you.
Was she talking down to the assistant?
You
or
even wrote it
something?
all out for me.
I could have done that without even seeing him.
I like this judge.
Yeah.
Perry.
Morning,
Hi,
Honor.
Mr. Perry. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, we'll be
So
doing two
I
members
show that
only.
On May
month
20th, you
anyway.
received a
For at least a
citation
month.
for operating a vehicle with an expired plate and a failure to
very
maintain
happy.
financial responsibility. You entered a not guilty plea on June 23rd. And then I guess you failed to come back to your next court date. So we issued warrants for you. How come you didn't come back?
Where
I
were you?
had my little sister I had to take her to school. I have a huge family. I have so many things to do in
Huge family, Creed.
such a short period of time. And I wasn't aware I had to come back that day.
Okay, Mr. Perry, but you knew you had those tickets and you had to take care of them, right?
So
Okay.
Oh.
So what do you want
No
to do on those
excuse for
today? Do you
that,
want to plead not
really.
guilty, no contest, or guilty?
not guilty. I mean, I just got a job so I can
How are you not guilty for failure to appear? You didn't show back up. Why is that? Not guilty.
pay off those tickets.
Failure to appear.
Okay, so if you plead not guilty, that's fine.
Doubt it.
I'm happy for you to do that. You can
Carol.
come in and
Cancel
you will set a bond, then you'll get out, you'll come in here and we'll ask you that same question.
Yes, ma'am.
If you plead guilty or no contest, I'll give you $150 jail credit. And you'll have a balance remaining.
She's trying to help him out, saying, "Look,
It'll
plead
be
guilty."
342.
And she can't say plead guilty.
And then you can come in tomorrow and set up a payment plan. If you
Instead of-
do this, if you do all this tomorrow, we'll get to the same result because you'll get your jail credit tomorrow too.
So
So you can plead guilty or not guilty today. You want to stick with not guilty and then just come in tomorrow and feel like maybe you make a better decision?
um,
Okay, make sure you show up. Your bond is going to have your return date.
Stupid.
So make sure you show
You
up
idiot.
on the date and time listed on your bond. You can come early. We have an 11 o'clock court time you can come to, but you can't come late.
yes, ma'am.
No family stuff getting in the way of being here, okay? What time are you supposed to be at work?
1:15.
What time?
1:15.
Okay, good luck. Hope you get there.
Best
Hope
of
you
luck,
get
my
there. Good
friend.
luck.
Best of luck,
Hi,
you
Colton.
idiot.
Hi. What's up? Oh, okay. Go ahead. Do your thing. Bud.
She tried her best to walk him through it. She really did.
Yeah. Again, you can lead a horse to water.
Stacy, do you listen to them on your speaker system?
Yes,
on
ma'am.
your computer, on the speaker on the computer, or do you use external speakers?
I have external speakers.
Can you hear them?
Yeah,
We can hear him really
Yeah,
good, by the way.
trouble with the
Same
one
here.
gentleman.
Oh man, it's just so hard, but maybe we need to get some
So what she said.
speakers. It's so
By
hard.
the way,
to
we've
hear
got
them.
licking if you
Okay.
wanted it. If not,
We can
I'm
pause
fine
this right here, Creed, and jump
Yeah.
right over there.
with- All right, well, let's do that. They're bringing up a new person right now, I believe. Let me know if that means.
Are you Miss Davis, ma'am?
Yes,
And Miss Davis, do you understand your rights in court today?
yes,
Did you receive a copy of the complaint that was filed against you?
um, yes,
Did you read it? Do you understand what it is you've been charged with?
yes,
You've been charged with violation of a protection order. That is a first-degree misdemeanor, carries up to 180 days in jail, up to a $1,000 fine. How do you wish to plead?
not
Great.
guilty.
And what is your current address?
The current address is,
Come on, you can
I
do
don't
it.
know, I just moved there. It's an
Oh,
Amber
yeah,
Parkway
everybody just
in-
moves.
It's a trailer park.
What city?
It's the 102 lot, Amber, Lane,
Yeah, you
next
guys are right.
to mobile homes.
What city is that located in?
Yeah, she does look familiar.
In Heath?
Yes,
Matt, welcome.
Are you employed?
Thank you, Matt.
actually, I just had an interview.
Throw Matt on the
Did you have an
train.
interview today?
No, I had an interview, like, it was last Thursday at IHOP's.
Did you go to the
IHOP.
interview?
Yes, sir.
What's
Good.
it's a
Have
off
you heard
branch
back from them
IHOP.
yet?
No, I
Yes,
thought
I
it was an
did.
IHOP that had a
Did
bar.
they extend you an offer?
Hop.
Yeah, they want me to start this upcoming Monday.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let me take a look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about your bond, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Matt. Matt, newest member. We look forward to seeing you
Bear with
on
me
members
here.
only.
Having one of those days.
At least one of them that will be doing 2 a week for the next month. It's a good problem to have.
It is. It is. It's an astonishing. Feat.
I did not see it coming. I did.
That's why it's not like we jumped the gun to start up, over on We Gotta Chase, members. Because, I mean, it's just,
We did everything we could. They said,
I'm
done.
just basically speechless at this point. So,
I am
impressed.
blown away.
did I accidentally put us down? Or we were down here because of the other one, right? Because of the way that. Or was
I don't
that
know.
me?
You switched
I
it. I
do
was
that?
like, Creed just wants to make it look cool.
No, not at all. Sorry.
I mean,
I
I
know
don't
what
care
happened.
either way.
I was over here typing, and sometimes if I don't click on the tab, it'll
Yeah,
change up.
you
a
hit
bunch
those
of
hot
stuff.
keys and it'll switch it.
But-
Who do you live with over there at the trailer park in Heath?
My friend Andy.
Andy,
friend, just
the
a roommate?
Ant-Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay.
Ant-Man, the Anster.
All right.
Mikey
Everybody
fought the
loves
Looks
it.
law.
like it was an ex
And Mikey
parte
won.
order that was issued in April.
What's that mean?
Ex parte just refers to when only one side is present. The way a protection order works is if the person petitions to have one, the court will only hear from that side.
I'm sure
And they'll
you gotta
determine
go
even
back
if
in and
just
turn
based on
everything
that
and say, okay,
person's
there's
Yeah.
evidence that they present in support of their application, whether it justifies issuing at least
Just like yesterday, some people
a
didn't have
temporary
join
protection
buttons.
order before a full hearing. At the full hearing, both parties are entitled to be heard. And sometimes you get an ex parte and then they say, no, not enough here for a full order. Sometimes they say, yeah, there is. It's alleged here that the order was issued as an ex parte and that you were served with it. But okay. So here's the deal. Based on what I see in the court file, I am going to go ahead and release you on your own recognizance today, but you need to figure out your address so that we can send you letters telling you when to be back here. Now, as a term and condition of your bond, you are to abide by the terms of any CPO that's out there that's active. All right. You can find out whether the CPO is active by contacting the Domestic Relations Division of the Common Pleas Court,
Sure, those dead?
specifically the clerk of court. It's not online. That information is not online, so you have to contact them directly. Now, this case will be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You're going to get notice by mail of when that's going to be. If you want to get a lawyer, you can hire one. If you want to go court appointed, get the application from the jail. But according to what I see here, this is the only thing holding you in there. So you're going to get released on my recognizance bond here, which means It'll be your job to turn in your application. Don't sleep on that. Get it taken care of right away. Don't wait until your trial. So, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, then you may go with the officer. Thank you, Ms. Davis.
Sorry, there are some things I'm having to turn on. So yeah, give me
All right,
just
Derek Evans.
Morning, Jeff. Y'all.
Y'all.
Good afternoon,
Whoa.
sir. Are you Mr. Evans?
Yes, sir.
Big dude.
Mr. Evans, do you understand your rights in court today?
Scary.
Excuse me?
Do you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you receive
Very
a copy of the two
soft-spoken.
complaints that were filed against you?
Anyway, that he did not get in a
Yes, Your Honor.
fight.
Did you read those and do you understand what charges
I hope he
have been
didn't hit
filed?
no woman.
Yeah.
All right. First count alleges that on or about November the 1st of this year within the city of Newark and Lincoln County, Ohio, that you did knowingly cause or attempt to cause physical harm to another. That's commonly known as assault. It's a first-degree misdemeanor.
Thank
Carries
God.
up to
If he was in for
180 days in
anything else,
jail,
it would
up
be
to a $1,000 fine. The second count alleges that at the same location, at the same time, that you did without privilege to do so, knowingly restrained another person of their liberty. That's commonly known as unlawful restraint. That is a third-degree misdemeanor. That carries up to 60 days in the county jail, up to a $500 fine. So how do you wish to plead to those charges, sir?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Felonious,
What is your current
Your Honor.
address?
1298 Granville Road.
1298 Granville Road?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that in Newark?
Yes, sorry.
Are you employed?
Not the time, Your Honor.
What kind of work do you normally do when you are employed?
Well, I was
I wrestle
doing
bears.
security and everything. I'm part-time security over at the motel.
How surprised is that?
Which hotel?
At the motel at University Inn.
Oh, over on Church?
I bet it's a
Yeah,
beautiful
where I
place.
was at.
Beautiful place.
All right. Let me take a quick
5-star.
look here at the file, and then we're going to talk about your bond, all right?
Okay.
Take a second, everybody. Make sure you like this video and consider subscribing over to our case only channel. We got a case. We're on a journey to 1,000 subscribers over there, almost to 500. We'd appreciate your support. That's
How?
big, dude.
What do you think the rating is on Yelp for University?
Oh, at least a 1.8.
That's pretty close. It's a two. Well, wait a minute. Oh no, wait, only one review. We can't go off of that. Damn it.
Oh well, that person could have just used to
Okay,
work
well,
for
without getting
YouTube.
into what may or may not have happened yesterday, is there anything you want to say about bond?
Just,
Really slow.
just
Isn't it?
I was only trying
Look at his
to
bulging forehead.
restrain. I was told that this lady hit somebody's car.
Well, again, without getting into what happened, because everything you're saying is being recorded and could possibly be used against you.
Okay. Your Honor, just trying to get things right, to get things together. My daughter's going through it. My mother's dying.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Well, I'm certainly sorry to hear that about your mother. Hopefully,
Shell's 4 months
she's
a
being made
member.
as comfortable as possible. If you haven't already, or if she hasn't already, she should probably consider possibly contacting hospice. They can help.
Working
quite a
on it,
bit.
Doug.
Working on it.
Yeah, everything was down.
Let's see if I can find it. I clicked out of it. I don't think I can see it because what Yelp does is you gotta,
Gotta have the app.
yeah, you got it. You can't.
All right, so Mr. Evans, based on the information contained in the court file, as well as your past record with the courts and the justice system, I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $5,000 cash sure to your 10% today. Provide that as a condition of that bond, you're not to have any contact with the alleged victim. I know based on what I'm reading here, it doesn't appear that there was any type of pre-existing relationship, but I'm just going to throw that condition on anyway. Now, your bond can be reduced in the future. It's not going to be today because I've made my decision. But this case will be randomly assigned to a judge set for a trial. You can apply for court-appointed counsel. They have the application forms there at the jail. If you post your bond, you have to turn it in. If you don't post your bond, they'll send it down here for you. And as I said, either you or an attorney can petition the assigned judge to reduce your bond. But for now, it's going to be that $5,000, and we'll get this assigned and set. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. You may go with the officer. Thank you, Mr. Evans.
That dude
There's a
seems
lot-
like a gentle
there's a lot in
giant.
that story.
Stephen Henry.
that we
Yeah,
didn't
he-
hear.
It's a lot.
Good afternoon,
Oh,
sir. Are you Mr. Henry?
Yes, sir.
That's like
Mr. Henry, do you
murder,
understand your rights in
right?
court today?
You know.
Yes, sir, I do.
Did you receive a copy of the 2 complaints?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you read those? And do you understand what charges have been filed?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, your charges are slightly different. You're not facing an assault charge. Instead, you're being charged with criminal mischief. Specifically, the Newark police allege that on or about November the 1st of this year, within the city of Newark and in Lincoln County, Ohio, that you did, without privilege to do so, knowingly moved, defaced, damaged, destroyed, or otherwise improperly tampered with the property of another. That is a 3rd-degree misdemeanor, and the maximum penalties are up to 60 days jail and up to a $500 fine. The second count alleges that at about the same time in the same location that you did, without privilege to do so, knowingly restrained another of their liberty. That also is a 3rd-degree misdemeanor with the same possible maximum penalties. How do you wish to plead to the charges, sir?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
And what is your current address?
92 Granville Road.
92 Granville Road,
That's correct.
city and state.
Newark, Ohio.
Are you employed?
Yes, sir, I am.
Where do you work?
Roads construction. I've worked there for 2 years now.
congratulations.
Wow. Yeah, let him out.
I just got full custody of my daughter. Things are going pretty well in my little world. I've done
Back here in jail.
very
So,
well.
Mr. Henry, I'm going to give you an opportunity to make a statement before I set your bond, but I'll caution you not to comment about what may or may not have happened yesterday because you're being recorded and anything you say could possibly be used against you. But is there, without getting into that, is there anything else you want to say about your bond?
No, I'll show up for court. My work, besides my little girl, my work's most important to me, and I just
Man.
just got a new house, 3-bedroom house. Just got full custody of my little girl.
Where's her mom?
The mother of my child,
Yes.
she's using.
Okay.
She lost custody of my daughter, and I noticed that she was using, and I told CPS.
All right. Well, Mr. Henry, you're not charged with as serious of an offense as the co-defendant in this one, but it's still a serious allegation, and you do have an extensive history with the court. So I'm going to say your bond at $2,500, cash your 10% with the condition that you not have any contact with the alleged victim. Again, doesn't appear that there was any type of familiarity here, but just the same, we're going to go ahead and put that down. Now, your case will also be randomly assigned to a judge and set for a trial. You'll get notice by mail of when that's going to be. If you post your bond and get out, and you're going to go for court-appointed counsel, you have to turn it in. If you're unable to post that bond, they will send it down here for you. And if you are unable to post that bond, you can always petition the judge assigned to your case to reduce it. But for today, it is going to remain at $2,500. So do you have any questions, sir?
Nah, man.
Very well, Mr. Henry.
Nah,
You may go with the
man.
officer. Thank you.
I'm working on getting all the stuff turned back
All
on
right, next we have
because
James Johnson.
they didn't turn it on when they turned everything back over to us. So just go ahead and give me a little time.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Johnson, you understand your rights in court today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you get a copy of the 2 complaints that were filed against you?
Yes, sir.
Did you read them and did you understand what it is you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
Looks like the first count alleges that on or about September the 1st of this year within the village of Utica in Lincoln County, Ohio, that you knowingly made a false statement, and that statement was made with the purpose to mislead a public official in performing the public official's official function.
Mavis.
That's commonly known as falsification. Excuse me. It's a misdemeanor of the 1st degree, and it carries up to 180
I
days
would
in
do
jail and
that.
up to a $1,000 fine.
Post
The
haste.
second charge alleges that at about the same time and same location that without privilege to do so and with the purpose to prevent, obstruct, or delay the performance by a public official of any authorized act within that public official's official capacity, recklessly did any act that hampered or impeded a public official in the performance of the public official's lawful duties. That's commonly known as obstructing official business, and that is a 2nd-degree misdemeanor. That carries up to 90 days in the county jail, up to a $750 fine. So do you understand that those are the charges that were filed?
Yes, sir.
And how do you wish to plead?
Not guilty.
All right. What's your current address?
702 North High Street, Utica, Ohio.
All right. They have 708 and a half North High Street. Is that incorrect?
7.
It's 7 or 8 and a
Got
half,
it.
yes,
Be
sir.
careful.
Just making sure. Now, according to the jail roster, you have two separate holder warrants on you right now. Do you know where those are from?
Morrow County and Knox
All right,
County.
everything
And
is
you know what
up
they're
and
for?
going, guys.
Mm,
Might have to give it a
No.
minute though.
Well, let me ask you a question that you can be probably a little bit more truthful for. Do you know and you just don't want to say it out loud?
I think failure to appear for the domestic violence
Okay.
hearing thing.
Are you employed, Mr. Johnson?
No,
No? Okay. Do you receive disability benefits or are you just unemployed at the moment?
unemployed at the moment.
What kind of work do you
He's,
normally do when you are working?
Maintenance for
Okay.
my mom's.
Dick
Well, is
Harris,
there
good to
anything
see
you want
you.
to say before I set your bond here?
No,
Iowa golfer, welcome. That guy is not very well spoken. If you're just getting here, everything
Well, when they started
is
making
back
the fun
up
on
and
these
running
police
on the
reports so
main
small, but
channel.
They did.
YouTube took a black eye after yesterday. Everything just recently turned back on. So keep an eye out for all that. Julie, thank you so much for the 10 biggins. You jumping on the monorail over in the PP. Nothing but love. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's I love this guy. He's just wandering around with his talk. He's a good talker for sure.
Okay. So where were you arrested yesterday?
More
arrested
tough
today.
questions.
You got arrested today? Where were you when you got arrested today?
This morning at address 708.
Okay. And what, the police just swung by there on the off chance you might be there so they could arrest you?
Yeah,
Okay. They
Yeah.
weren't actually called there for some other
They're
reason.
just swinging
I
by.
don't think so.
Okay. Alrighty.
I dropped off the potato salad, with the mustard the way I like it.
They just happened to be at the house. I said, hey,
Well,
man.
If I OR you today, Mr. Johnson, you're just going to get whisked off to those other jurisdictions, and it looks like those are felony holders, so I don't think we'll see you. So we need to get this case resolved before we do that. So I'm going to set a bond at $1,500, cash her to your 10%. We'll get this assigned very quickly, set for a trial. You're eligible to ask for court-appointed counsel, and you can get the application there at the jail. If you don't post that bond, they'll send it down here for you. If you do, you
By
have
the
to
way,
turn it
Kay,
in.
I
The main thing is, let's get this thing
find
resolved.
whatever you're talking
Any
about.
questions
All
today?
to know isn't live when I searched it, but I'm also
No.
All right, then you may go with the officer. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
I have no idea.
Thomas Martin III.
Oh, royalty.
The third, yeah.
The third. I mean,
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Martin?
oh, you fool.
And did you understand your rights in court today based on watching that video?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a copy of the 2 complaints that were filed against you in this case?
Yes, sir.
And did you read them and you understand what charges have been filed?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you've got an obstructing official business and a criminal damaging. Both of those are second-degree misdemeanors. Each carries up to 90 days in jail, up to a $750 fine. Court costs could be imposed and restitution could be ordered.
Tell you
How
what,
do you want to plead to the charges?
making
Is there any way I can just get them taken care of right now? Because I got felony charges that I'm fighting, and they're kind of.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
worried
you
about
have a
you.
right to, you can enter
After this
whatever
guy,
plea you
let's
want.
go
You can
back
plead
to
not
your
guilty, you
girl.
can plead guilty, or you can plead no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest and I enter a conviction on that, then I'll simply impose sentence today and this case will be over. But if that's what you want to do, you can do it. If you don't want to be found guilty, then you need to enter a plea of not guilty today.
What are the chances of me getting ran concurrent with the felonies that I'm fighting?
Well, if I impose any jail time, if you got shipped, by law, all misdemeanor time has to run concurrent with any felony time in a state correctional institution. As
Dick
far
Harris.
as while you're in the
Dick
jail,
Harris, taking care of business.
according to the jail roster, you got a felony
That's a
PV.
beautiful thing to see. Thank
Yeah,
you.
F5, but they're about to send me back to prison, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. 2
well-
F5s, did you say?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what kind of time you're looking at?
2 years. When I got sentenced and went to the rehab, they told me that if I mess up, I got 2 1-year sentences, both ran consecutive each other. So I got 2 years to do in prison and then 3 years community control after that. So that's what I'm probably gonna go do. I just don't really want to have any misdemeanors or extra charges hanging over my head while I'm trying to get that figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
got a lot of,
well, you just have to decide how
got
you
a lot
want to
of
do it
House
today.
of Blues shows. To do as
I'm gonna go ahead, no contest.
All right. So before I can accept your plea, I need to ask you some questions. I'm not trying to get you to change your mind about what you're doing. Rather, I have to verify you're doing it of your own free will, knowing what rights you'll be giving up and what the potential penalties can be. Neither of these charges carries any mandatory penalties. Understand?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you couldn't afford one, we'd give you one at absolutely no cost. If you qualify based on your income and your expenses, and since you're incarcerated, I'm assuming that you don't have any income, so I think it'd be very likely that you would qualify. The benefit of having an attorney is somebody who could tell you that you had any defenses available or any motions that could be made, and generally try to get the best possible outcome for you. Was it your intention to give up your right to a lawyer for the misdemeanor case today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, even without a lawyer, Mr. Martin, you remain presumed innocent. The state still has the burden of proof, and you have a right to a trial with a judge or a jury. Understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to question the witnesses against you after they testified for the prosecution, and you have a right to compel the attendance of your own witnesses at the trial so that they might testify in your favor. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to present a defense by calling other witnesses, by testifying on your own, and nobody could stop you from doing that. And of course, you're not required to present a defense because you're presumed not to be guilty.
And Dick
Understand?
Harris, thank you for the PP, by the way.
And at the
Proper
trial, you could also
hallelujah.
choose not to testify. Nobody could make you if you didn't want to, and if you didn't, it doesn't count against you. Understand?
2 bones.
Yes, sir.
Now, no contest plea is not an admission of guilt, but it is an admission of the truth of the facts that have been alleged against you. So if the facts they're contained here in the court file and the officer's narrative, if those are enough to sustain these charges, I would enter.
He's been kind of long-winded with this guy.
Conviction, and I'd go ahead and impose sentence. Understand?
Yes, sir.
And also, you would waive by plea no contest. The state no longer has to prove anything for me to find you guilty, and you give up those rights we've just discussed. We proceed to sentencing, and we're done. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the maximum possible penalties that I explained to you at the beginning of our session here?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, have you been threatened in any way or promised anything
Seriously,
to get you to do what you're doing?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of anything right now?
No, Your Honor.
And are you a
The hell
citizen of the
did they
United
post
States of
Malone,
America?
like as a like a great
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me take a quick look at the file. If you want, you can make a statement. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But bear with me one second, okay?
Yes, sir. I really want to just, and I know, like you said, they get rank concurrent with all felony charges anyhow, but I just would rather get, a couple time served or whatever and get all this stuff rank concurrent with my felonies, man, because I really don't want to have nothing else hanging over my head when I get out of prison or.
Sure, I understand. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So bear with me one moment. I got to read here real quick.
He's got a game plan, Creed.
He's had a lot of practice.
He knows what he's talking about.
Want to see where this one goes, and we'll jump back to the other one. But
I mean, he pleaded, so he's going to have to give him some sort of sentence.
Yeah.
But he wants everything to run concurrent with his felonies that he's going back to prison for. I don't believe he said heading to prison for the first time. Going back.
Back, yes.
Okay.
It's not his first rodeo.
Anything else you want to say?
I just would appreciate the most lenient sentence, sir. I know that I got a lengthy record, but I don't cause any trouble while I'm locked up. I'm always good behavior. I messed up on drugs, man. That's all it is. I got a serious issue I need to get handled. So I would just appreciate the minimum sentence.
And did you get arrested yesterday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Man, oh man. Well, here's the thing. Anybody who's up for it, say if you're a member of both, it's only going to happen for a month because we're going to pull those back down on We Got to Chase.
All right, here's what we're going to do, Mr.
over there.
Martin. On the obstructing
just
official
hold
business,
tight,
I'll impose
everybody.
a fine of $100 and I'll already pay the court costs. On the criminal damaging, that's a $150 fine, 10 days in jail, credit for the 1 day you've already served, but after you serve your time, other than your fines and costs, you're done. Any questions?
No, sir. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Mr. Martin.
Appreciate it.
All right. Sue? Let's have even less people on Friday.
I think we deserve that.
I
There
think
she
we do
is.
too.
Good old
Ms.
Sue.
Kyle informed me that
Love
yesterday between
Sue.
traffic and criminal, we did 48 arraignments.
Oh my God.
I know that
That
pales in
was-
comparison to the big counties, but
Yeah, that should be enough for the week.
I agree. I'll see you on Friday.
See you Friday.
Court stands in recess.
We're in recess over there. Let's jump
Speakers,
back.
speakers. It's so hard to hear them.
Okay.
These speakers suck. Can we get her some? Put that on the Christmas list.
Mr.
You
Kane,
have a Amazon wish
Yes, Your Honor.
list.
come on up.
Great to see Sue.
When I was talking about people who didn't come to court, like when they get out of jail and then they're supposed
I
to
was
be
talking
here the
about
next
you.
business day, did you think? I bet she's talking about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you not come to court when you were supposed to?
I didn't have a way to get up here and, up there. And I just been real rough with me lately because I just lost my dad this past year and
We got a free ride now,
there's
didn't
a
you?
lot of stuff going on and I'm
When
sorry.
did you lose your father?
It's around, probably around
2020.
the beginning of the year. I just lost him.
So like
Probably.
And I've been struggling.
10 months before you were supposed to be here?
Yes, ma'am. I've been struggling a lot. I've been looking for a job. I just lost my job at this apartment at Buena Vista on the Boulevard.
Yeah.
I worked there for 2 years and then I lost my job when I lost my dad. And then I've just been struggling ever since. I'm about to start a new job at Jamestown and Colonial Arms.
Frank
I haven't-
Zappa's really
I haven't
fallen on
started
hard
yet.
times. Hate to see that. This judge is no BS. She is really coming in hot. But at the end of the day, she is trying to help him in a roundabout way.
Yeah. Oh, look, her camera does the same damn thing mine does.
I thought they turned on a sun lamp and she was just tanning. Or somebody opened a window, maybe, letting the air in. And while they're doing that, make sure you take a second to like this video. If you enjoy court, you enjoy a good crowd of people, and maybe even have a couple of laughs. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll pee yourself.
Yeah, the excuses, like some of these people have really good excuses, but they don't quite come out in the right way because like he starts off with, well, I never ride. I couldn't get up there.
Right. It's just like a snowballing effect.
And my dad died a little while ago.
Did I mention that he died?
So
But
where
I
do you
could-
stay?
I couldn't get up there though.
I stay with my girlfriend over there off 2714 Southwest 10th.
Tit.
Over there.
10th, the number 10?
Yeah, 10th in Georgia.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend do for a living?
She's on unemployment. Because she used to work at the same place I did at the Buena Vista, but she got let go and she's drawing unemployment right now.
Beautiful Bona Vista. Visit us.
And did you get unemployment?
No, ma'am. I left my job because I was got into it with a manager that was that is not there no more. But I walked out because he was talking to me any type of way, and I wasn't going to listen to it. And I've been there for 2 years, and yeah, I left on my
You're
own.
on our
When
quit
did
way
you leave
before
that
then.
job?
I left that job probably around
Go
the
ahead.
end of February. And then I've been kind of just looking ever since then and then struggling.
Okay, so your father passed away at the beginning of the year.
Yes,
You were working at Buena Vista. You'd been there for 2 years. You
ma'am.
walked out of your job because you got in a fight with somebody. Somebody was speaking negatively to you.
Didn't like that.
And you have not found in this area where we are desperate for employees.
I've been looking for a job. I've just got my
He's looking
ID
in
back.
all the wrong places,
I just got my
apparently.
social, I got everything I need. I've been putting applications in online, but every time I put applications in online, they give me runarounds, and I got all kinds of emails from jobs, but they just keep redirecting me to other places. And I have not heard anything back. I've been applying for a lot of jobs. It's on my emails and everything. I just have not heard nothing back.
Well, maybe
I
you
even
should be
applied for
applying
Goodwill
for
and everywhere.
jobs with NASA.
I had nothing to do.
Goodwill is a staffing agency.
I even went to Elwood Staffing, temp agency. They
Went to
told me
staff
to go in
staffing.
and do the application online, do it on the kiosk machine, or I did it on the online, and I've heard from them. They're supposed to be contacting me again to do my job history.
Have you been to Swift or IBP?
No, ma'am.
So you haven't gone to Tyson, who's always hiring?
Tyson,
No, ma'am.
Mike Tyson, 20 bones.
Thank you,
so much,
Cole.
Cole.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. That's a down payment on her legend status. That's her words, not mine.
So how are you paying your bills?
I'm kind of I stay with my girlfriend here and there every once in a while, and then I'll just
Staying with his
where I
girlfriend
can stay.
pays
I
bills.
usually stay on the street
Sure.
sometimes. I
Pays
did
bills.
sleep in a tent there for a minute, but I'm already out of the tent. I'm trying to do better for myself, and my girlfriend's trying to help me, but she's struggling too.
But yeah, because you're sponging off of her constantly.
I'm
mean,
supposed to be getting I have this my dad has left me this estate like $1,000. I'm just waiting for the court to get it approved.
Huge windfall coming
So I
through,
can
Creed.
claim it.
My
Other than that,
life-changing monies, Your Honor.
You know, I'll retire
my
after
family
that.
sold a family house.
So
and
I
I'm
bought a
supposed to
lottery
get
ticket. It's
$1,000 from it,
1.2
but I'm
billion.
waiting on
Did you
the
hear that,
courts
Your
to
Honor?
do the paperwork
Huge
and to,
investment.
claim my dad's estate.
$1,000.
I plan to take it $1,000 to get 1,000 tickets, Your Honor. Maybe 500. I don't know how much that one is, $1 or $2. But either way, that's what I'm going to do.
$1,000. Things are
On
turning
August
around.
28th, you received a citation for possession of drug paraphernalia. You have not entered a plea to that. Do you wish to plead not guilty, no contest, or guilty?
Cocaine.
I also tried to become a police officer because I have such a nice stash, Your Honor. They said no.
They said no. Not happening. 1,000 big ones coming in. Thank God my dad died. So I could collect that
Earlier.
huge 1,000 bones. Massive.
Beginning of the year, I think it was. I think.
Yeah. He meant a lot to me. Couldn't tell you exactly when he died, but you know how I know he's lying? His mouth is moving.
Great moment at the Hornets game when they're going through all the different outfits and stuff. One guy was Mario, all the way on the other side of the end of the Spectrum Center.
Based on your plea of guilty, I will find you guilty. I will assess a fine of $69. Court cost of 81. Your total on that is 150 over time to serve you on that one. Now,
That's the hint she wants you.
you also have these capias. The total on the capias was 1,294.
Anyways, they did a split screen of Mario and Luigi, and they like fist bumped in the middle of the, on the
Give
big
you 1
screen
day
up the
jail
middle.
credit.
They
Your
were
balance is
equal. They were on opposite ends
1144
of-
on your capias. I will remand you to the chief of police of City of Amarillo and you will stay in his care and custody until your fines and costs are paid in full.
You moving in with the
You will
chief?
receive $150 a day jail credit. Your balance, like I said, is 1144. I find that you are indigent, but you failed to make a good faith effort to resolve your fines and court costs. You may return to your pod. When you get out, you won't have to come see me. Okay? Good luck.
I hope
Stacey,
so,
make
because
sure you
I've got
adjust that.
900
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
of them ready to go.
Lord.
All right, so this guy, there's like, this gets really awkward right here because she just sits and stares at the camera, and when I'm recording it, I'm like, is this over? But it's not. So I'm just gonna bump it ahead so we don't have to stare her in the face.
Well, you go ahead. We'll stare Dolores in the face, who I guess is getting ready for court in the bathroom. I believe she was sitting on the toilet, but now she's gone.
Oh,
Damn it.
We're bringing in a warman, so come on over. Come on over. Come on over, baby.
Oh, I thought she didn't have anything on except for a long.
Is that Stacy that we were talking to earlier?
I think it's Stacy's mom.
Oh,
Are you Leticia Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Take one step forward. It's easier for me to hear you.
2 steps back into the hokey pokey.
Yeah. You've been charged with assault by contact on a family member. That's a Class C
Oh.
misdemeanor, punishable by a fine of up to $500. Since it does involve a family member, or the legal definition of a family member, I do need you to know if you're convicted of this offense, then you face some weird issues. One of them would be you would not be allowed to purchase or possess a firearm, including long rifle, ammunition, things like that.
No long rifles.
The
No
other thing is
guns
if
either.
you're convicted of an assault on a family member, that it does affect educational and employment opportunities. It could affect your legal right to be named managing conservator of a child. Are you paying attention, Ms. Martinez?
I bought mine at
Yes, I'm
3
listening.
cents, by the
Okay.
way.
So you
I
have the
ate
right
double
today
the
to
other day, I
plead not
heard.
guilty, no contest, or guilty. What do you want to do?
Quite a bit.
It was
Can I plead the fifth
the 5th.
or no contest?
I don't think
If
that
you
works.
plead
in
no
court.
contest, that means that you are
She went with 2 different ones. She's like, can I plead the 5th? Maybe no contest. I mean, I don't believe the 2 of those are anywhere near each other. I like that she come in with the 5th.
that means that I will find you guilty based on your plea of no contest.
Guilty of this.
Sorry?
Not guilty. Is that, I don't know.
Okay.
Now we're not guilty, Creed. We went from the 5th, no contest, to not guilty. I mean, we're really just gonna plead
Just admit it.
everything.
Go guilty.
I mean, let's just go guilty now. I mean, let's just do it. You've really amped it up.
I'm going to accept your plea of not guilty.
Because it makes the most sense. Out of
Have you
anything
had
said.
any cases with this court in the past, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, let me take a look.
Oh.
Such an
She's-
Who are you speaking with, ma'am?
Myself, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I really
Okay.
like to take my medicine and get back on track with my schedule. I appreciate your time, ma'am.
What?
Can we do an insanity plea by any chance?
I'm off my meds. That's a good answer, right?
Nikki, are you working with her?
Yes, ma'am. She's a TPC client.
Okay. So I'm going to order that she has a $500 PR bond. I do need there to be a restriction on the bond. No contact with Luis Cano Martinez.
Not Luis.
And make sure you keep up with TPC, Miss Martinez. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
Luis
Uh-huh.
Bishop.
God bless.
We got one more contestant, I believe.
Speaking of Mario. Was that what B-Shop was dressed up as? I believe.
No, he was
Make a note that she
They were
appeared
Sonic.
with,
the
that-
hedgehog. He was
Mickey.
Professor Eggman or whatever his name is. Dr. Eggman or
I was so close.
yeah, you were right there on the cusp. You knew it was a
The
video
next one
game.
is being escorted right now.
Thank you.
Bring him on in.
Let's do it.
Ask him
Don't
if he can
forget-
plead the 5th.
405 East. We got a chase. We'll be celebrating today. Celebrating the big win.
That's right. And it's going to be a good one. The very first chase to the very last thing, you'll see everything from a sovereign citizen to a female car thief, right on down to a lady attacking a house with a pickaxe. All that
Wild-
and more on Wild Room Wednesday. Is she messing with her crotch?
She was just adjusting her balls.
Yeah, look,
How
she
that
is.
Yeah. Sad little ball. Uh-oh.
Oh, coming in hot.
Oh, hey now.
How you doing?
Mr. Mota,
Yeah.
I'm Judge Hamilton with the Amarillo Municipal Court. You were charged with the offense of public. Put your hands
Whoa.
down. You're in.
Oof.
Did you see that?
Yeah, can we see that again?
That was. Is that a fupa? Is that what that's called?
God, that's great.
I mean, she's like, put your hands down. I don't want to see that, all that flesh.
Yeah, she just adjusted.
All that flesh.
Who is this?
Get the judge all excited. Work it up.
Public. Put your hands down. You're in court. You were charged with the offense of public intoxication. It's a
Surprise,
class C
surprise.
misdemeanor punishable by fine only. You have the right to tell me you want to plead not guilty. You have the right to
Punishable by
hire a
fine only, but
lawyer.
it's in
You have the
jail.
right, I'm not finished. You have the right to tell me you want to set the case for trial. Or you
Shut
can
up.
plead guilty or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, I will find you guilty. I'll assess fines and court cost, and I'll give you an opportunity to pay your balance. What do you want to do?
What is I mean, I just went to the store since you go eat. I said, but on public intoxication, that was the other that I got arrested with. That was public intoxication.
Take one step forward. I'm struggling to hear you.
No, you
Now,
just
say that-
It's not the
now, my
volume.
family
Come
members,
forward one step.
Not the
my
volume.
family members, that they have friends, you know, that work as police officers, that want me to go somewhere like and punish me in down 9. I'm saying, I actually want to go eat something to eat at the store. I told
Okay. Okay, you can go back to your pod. Thank you.
I said,
You can go back.
Yeah, that's a good way of handling it, I think. Just,
She just shut him down. She doesn't want anything to do with what he's got to say. He's rambling on. I don't know what he said.
we had stuttering, we had some broken English, back to some more stuttering, and then to the Spanish, I think, and then some Spanglish in there too. And then he steps up and still goes on.
And yeah, she's like, okay, you can go back to your pod now. You can go. You can go.
Back to your pod. Thank you.
That was that.
Oh, that is great. All right. And what a great way to end with that, dude. By the way, this guy, is it just a flannel or is it a suit? I can't tell.
I don't know. It's either way. It's visually intoxicating.
It was great. I love how she just shut him down. They were done.
Yeah, she's like, all right, going back to your pod. We're done. Have a nice day.
Thanks for that. Speaking of which, you guys can go back to your pod. Come back 405 East.
I promise this is going to be a doozy, especially the first one and the last one. We got some traveling, the right to travel. We got a lady still in a car in what appears to be a negligee. It's approved. You can't go back on your word. You say you love me, you gotta stay with it. Carol is the caboose. She is the boost. Before we thank everybody real quick, one last thing. If you would like me to send you a Christmas card this year, you need to get me your information, your address, and if you would like for me, you tell me if you want me to send you. If I send you the Christmas card, if you want to send me one back, that's what I'm trying to say. Send your address to santababy1@gmail.com. And that is the best way for me to send you a Christmas card this year.
By mail, by the way, right? Not just
old school mail, baby. It's coming in hot.
Not just an email. Heck yeah, Flusha, thank you. No, we're gonna be celebrating we're gonna be celebrating around We Gotta Chase today.
All right, yeah.
It's a party. Matt, thank you. Eric B, Julie, Dick Harris, Bigfoot, Flusha, Cole, and
Carol, and then Flusha.
Again. Oh, yeah, and Flusha. Thank you. You guys could share the caboose today. No, appreciate it. What great news. You threw me off with that. Mike, you didn't even tell me because it happened.
I didn't have a chance. It happened so quickly, and we were already a little behind. So it was like, we got to go, and we'll just drop it on here.
Get up with us, Dick.
Yeah. I sent to Puerto Rico last year. I sent to I sent to Hawaii. I sent to Canada.
Still America.
And I sent to the UK. I sent one to the UK last year.
Not America.
Not America. Not anymore. Maybe one day again. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. We're going to get on out of here. If you would do us a favor, like the video, think about subscribing to our case only channel. We got a case. Eventually, some exclusive stuff will be sent over there. A lot like our courtroom chaos stuff.
Remind us to ask everybody during members only this week about the idea for mornings
Okay.
on the case. I still think that's a great idea. It would be neat to get input.
Is that guy drinking a beer back there?
Probably. Look at his advertisement he's got on.
And
This guy is stone faced, by the way. I would love to see what he's there for.
Who, Bobcat Goldthwait or the lead singer of Everclear? I'm not sure which one he is. Yeah. Again, a great day, great stuff happening. I appreciate you guys. Yes, like he said. We'll be back with you for Wild Woman Wednesday. And until then, until the next time, who loves you, baby?
Nice.